Hey guys, I'm coming at you today with a very crazy statement. Are you ready? One of the greatest things that ever happened to me was getting hit by a car. I know that sounds so crazy, but I have been reflecting on what has happened to me since I got hit by that car, and 2017 has just been a huge pivotal year for me. And there's so many messages I have for you today. I'm going to try to keep it simple and concise, but honestly, this is going to be a book. I have so much for you. But today, what I want to say is this. When I experienced life limited. Okay, so I often said since the accident, I know what it's like to be limited, and I don't like life with limits. Now, we all have certain limits we have to deal with. We're human, okay? I'm not a superhero, neither are you. Contrary to popular belief, people tell me I must be Wonder Woman. I am not. I bleed red, I get tired, I get cranky, I get stressed, I get emotional, I sometimes can't handle my life. So I am not a superhero, but I can tell you this. I learned what life was like with physical limitations, and I did not like it. I had pain, I had limited mobility. Even due to the meds I was taking, I had limited capacity for thinking, for remembering. The stuff I forgot when I was on pain meds was like crazy. And so after that whole experience, I was like, fast forward 10 or 20 years. I'm already middle aged, which, ew, I hate that. But technically on the calendar, like if I die in my early 90s, I'm halfway done, people. And so I'm looking ahead to when people start getting sick and start being on medication and start, their part-time job is going to the doctor, which I already lived like that after the accident. I had like 25 appointments a week, not really, but it felt like that. And like I literally told people my part-time job is getting well. Well, when you're sick and you're diseased and you're old and you're dying, you're not even getting well. You're just getting through. And, I'm not interested in living a life of getting through. And so after the accident, I thought about what would happen to my future, to my body, to my life, if I don't do what I need to do to take care of me today, right now. I could be looking at a couple of decades of limited life limited. And that's what my life was. Limited mobility, limited ability, limited everything. And so I decided after the accident, I'm getting in the best health of my life. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know what the best health of my life even really meant. I just knew that when I got there, I would know it. I would feel it. I would be singing from a mountaintop and all kinds of things. And you know what, you guys? I am in the best health I've ever been in my life. Here it is, 2017, April, 2.5 years after I was hit by the car, and I am experiencing a quality of life due to the state of my health that I have not ever experienced before. I have had so many breakthroughs in this area of my life, and if you want to talk about how to get a breakthrough, I'm just going to give you a little freebie tip right here. The breakthrough formula is faith, truth, personal responsibility, proper tools, and solid support. And I had all of those things at work in my life as it relates to my health for the last 2.5 years. I have been believing that God was going to show me the way. I've been facing the truth about what I need to face about my health, my habits, my way of life. I've been taking responsibility for my health. I've been applying new tools and new resources and new things like incredible nutrition that have been healing my body and doing things to my body that I can't even believe, and I could go on. And I've been surrounding myself with other like-minded people who know that you cannot live an extraordinary life in poor health. And so these are people that are also on a mission for extraordinary living and extraordinary health. And so as I've been applying these factors, I've been getting these breakthroughs over and over, and 2017 has just been massive. For the first time since I was 8 years old, I ran 10 miles. Well, I didn't run 10 miles at 8, but I ran, period, without needing my inhaler. Like, what? You guys, since I was 8, I don't even remember life without asthma. I really don't. Life without an inhaler, life without wheezing, life without, hey, I better not run too fast or too hard, And I've been running races now since 2014. And one time I showed up to a race and I had grabbed an empty inhaler. I got like into the race 10 feet, pulled out my inhaler just to double check. Cause like I need it, I needed to know it was going to be there for me. My inhaler's got my back, right? No, it didn't have my back. It had 0 puffs. And guess what I did? I ran a little U-turn, and I had to cut through all the runners and go back straight to my car, got in my car and went home. And it was very, very disappointing, but I knew it was run and, who knows what, or play it safe and go home. And I did. I went home and I signed up for a race the following week and made sure I had a good inhaler. But I'm telling you, this has been a way of life for me. And so this idea that getting hit by the car really propelled me into this health journey. I was already on it. I would say I was on like a slower track, and the accident just forced me, catapulted me onto the fast track, and it made me a little more desperate. Hey, desperation is good. There's another message for somebody listening. Desperation is a good thing. I've never, ever regretted being desperate. Now, I'm not talking about like, a desperate girlfriend. That's a whole nother topic. I don't recommend that. But I mean, desperate for change, desperate for a miracle, desperate for breakthrough. And that's where I was. I was like, I don't ever want to live like this again. I woke up with chronic pain every day for almost a year. And I thought all the time about people who live with chronic pain, and they don't have a choice, maybe, and I'm not here to judge people who are in poor health. Listen, if that's what you're hearing, let me set the record straight right now. Some people have to deal with a health issue, and there's no amount of hard work or wisdom that they can apply that will change their health issue. And my heart goes out to you. And to you, I would say, faith is your anchor. God is your hope. But to those of us who suffer needlessly, we suffer at our own hands because we're uneducated, because we're uninformed, because we're not taking responsibility. My message is for us today. I needed to take a little more responsibility for my health. And you know what? I needed that wake-up call. I don't want you guys to get a wake-up call. Like, some of us get little warning signs, and some of us get 911 calls are our wake-up calls. Mine was a 911. It was an accident, but some people, it's a heart attack. Some people, it's a cancer. It's a this or it's a that. And then people are like, oh my God, health is everything. Before my accident, when people said, if you have your health, you have everything. I didn't understand that. I agreed, but I didn't grasp it fully until my health was compromised. My physical well-being was beyond compromised. The pain I lived with was off the charts. I actually begged the nursing staff at the trauma center where they took me to just let me give birth all 11 times, all over again, right now, in a row, back to back, no break. Can I please do that instead of feeling this? And every one of them looked at me and said, it's that bad. And I said, it's that bad. And I'm not a wimp, you guys. I can take some pain. So anyway, I'm here today to tell you that your health is the greatest gift that you've been given. Your body is a temple, and you are the only one who's going to take care of it. If you don't, no one else will. In May of this year, coming up in a few weeks, I'm going to be talking at my monthly few events about your body. Your body is a temple is the title of my topic. I have this top of mind. It's top of mind these days. If you've seen my posts or anything, you see that I am like kind of obsessed with health. I'm obsessed with this nutrition that has been changing my life. And I'm obsessed with all the people that are telling me what this nutrition is doing for them. Because, to think about the 4 pillars of health, which is what I'm going to talk about at May's Few event, and I'll be writing about it and posting about it. You guys will all see it. But I want you to think about joining me, ladies, for this event, live or virtual, because if we don't have these 4 pillars in place, we are vulnerable, and we're always going to be vulnerable to a degree because we live in a fallen world and we're human. We're fallible human beings. But we can do some things to safeguard and to up the odds that we'll be in good health. And the 4 pillars of health are really, truly, bottom line, our responsibilities. I was just talking to my little 11-year-old daughter and her friend. They're off school this week. And I said to her friend, if you don't take care of your temple, your body that God gave you, who will? And she said, no one. Oh, she's 11 years old and she got it. She's like, it's up to me. And I said, that's right. And you know how the conversation started? I will tell you. She looked at me and she goes, you know, with how busy you are and all the things that you do, she calls me Mama K, with all the things you do, Mama K, I'm surprised you have time to work out and you have time to do the things you do, because I showed her my guns. I showed her my pipes and she's like, I'm surprised you have time. And I told her, I said, honey, I make time. And that's when I said to her this line, and I've said it over and over. It's one of my favorite quotes. And it goes like this: self-care is not a luxury, it's a responsibility. I'm responsible for my own body, my own health, and its care. Just like I'm responsible to care for my home, my car, my kids, my stuff. You know, I mean, some people take such good care of stuff that isn't living and breathing, and they don't take good care of their bodies at all. And this, again, is not to judge you and condemn you. This is just like wake up call. Wake up call. Your body is precious. It was given to you as a gift. And if you were given, let's say, a brand new Mercedes, would you take care of it? If you were given a beautiful sports car, a brand new luxury home, would you take care of it? Your body is the most high-tech luxury thing you're ever going to be given. It affords you many luxuries, like the ability to enjoy life. The systems inside your body are so high-tech. Like, imagine these systems in the new cars, and then imagine putting vegetable oil in your engine. Who would do that? That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? We do it every day with our bodies, with these intricate systems that are so incredibly powerful, and the capabilities they give us are off the charts, and we put vegetable oil instead of, you know, that top of the line motor oil. And I'm speaking metaphorically about the nutrition that we're feeding our body, the water we need to be drinking. You know, back to the 4 pillars of health: water, sleep, exercise, nutrition. Can you put a check mark next to those on a daily basis? Are you caring for your temple the way you need to be? You know, I'm thinking about what we do for our pets. We get them to the groomer. We take them to the vet. We feed them the best food. We give them the flea and tick stuff. We give them whatever they need to be protected from harm, right? And so what are we doing with our own bodies to protect our bodies from harm? All right, you guys, I could go on and on and on. Listen, here's my message. Best thing that ever happened to me, one of them, I've been really blessed, a lot of great things. But I count getting hit by that car as one of the best gifts God gave me. The whole situation was miraculous. The outcome of the situation is miraculous for me. I'm living a life that is going from limited to unlimited in many ways, because of the truth that I've found on my quest for health. And I'm inviting you to join me on this quest for health, this quest for living life unlimited, living our best possible lives, the ones that we have been made available to us by our Creator. I'm inviting you to join me on this journey, and know that this is not an event. You don't wake up tomorrow this, you know, healthy, like amazing person who has a 6-pack and, you know, gets on Facebook and inspires people. That does not happen overnight. Nobody doing that right now did that overnight. So there's patience for this journey. There's perseverance necessary for this journey. And I just want you to say yes to the road. Just hop on the road with me and say yes to you, say yes to your health, say yes to your responsibility for yourself, and forget about thinking it's a luxury. Take care of yourself as a responsibility, because that's what it is, and find out what it's like to feel flipping amazing, to have energy again, to have health, to live a vibrant, exciting, invigorating life. That's what I want for all of you.